let's vlog. When was the last time we sat down and like chit-chatted? It's been a minute. So those are my rolls of toilet paper that I ordered off Sam's and I haven't put away. Sorry. Anyway, I have a bunch of Q&As that I had on my Instagram, and I wrote them down so that we could do them together and I could do like a long form content for you here on YouTube. So I'm thinking we should do that. Let's do that. Let's like talk and update ourselves with what's going on in my life. I haven't talked to you guys in like a hot minute where I just sat down and talked and didn't like farm. So let's do that today. We're gonna do that. First off, why is my hair like this? Why? Can you guys even focus on me if I have this going on? Because I don't even know if I can focus. What is this? Besides nonsense. Did I help it? No? I have a cowlick, in case you guys were wondering. There, that's a little better. We can disguise it. Should have really just had a tripod set up because this would probably make this a whole lot easier, but I don't, so here we are. So let's dive into the questions. Okay, first and foremost, are you married? I am not married, but I do have a boyfriend. I do not share a lot of that on my social media. In fact, like little to none, because Female Farmer Rancher was not created to display all avenues of my life in that manner. And so it's just more comfortable for our relationship if it's not displayed on my social media. And so I do have one. He's at literally everything that I do basically for content creation. So you probably can see clips of him in the background and whatnot, but he's not just like up and foremost in my content. But no, I'm not married. This is a good one. At this particular point, does farming pay more or does your OnlyFans? Since when has farming ever paid? Am I new here? Farming doesn't pay. I literally have social media so that I can fund my farming in hopes of not losing my shit. This is a really good question. So I was contemplating on going in and like doing a detailed like video about this because it's really, really personal and I'm not sure I really want to give up all of my pride and tell you all of my stuff. But basically my social media had been created because I was tired of working a part-time job and farming, because if you were to go through my cash flow this last year, I profited $1,200 for the year. So that's literally nothing. Like, farming does not sustain my lifestyle or my life, really, for that matter. Farming really doesn't even sustain farming. But when I created my social media, the whole intent was I was hoping to get sponsorships from seed companies or some ag industry, but it turns out that's not really working out for me. And my own content creation and my own website and my own like idea creation has paid out more than any of those things. So that's actually something I'm working on right now, is I'm trying to get to a point where I can work with sponsors in my accepted industries. So like motorcycle world loves me, truck world loves me, farming is hard. It's hard. It's just hard. But yeah, so by far, social media as a whole pays way more than farming. I couldn't eat. I couldn't do anything if I just farmed. And like, this has not been something new. Ever since I started farming in 2017 full time, like I had always had a second job. I was bartending. I was literally finding some kind of work to be done. So I just wanted to work from my phone and use the internet because it's smart. Do you have to do any hauling to the elevator in the winter? So this year we actually marketed our grain, and I'm not going to say who we used because I'm not entirely sure I want to disclose that at this point. We had a really bad year of farming this year, like bad. Like I cannot describe how bad. It was so dry. And not only was it dry, our grain that we had initially marketed didn't fulfill the contract. So we were actually short on top of our dry year. So I honestly don't have a really good taste in my mouth about the whole situation, but I'm conflicted because it was so dry. If it would have been better if it hadn't been dry and like a normal year. So normally, yes, because I would normally market our grain for us. I would call the elevator literally almost every day. Or like I used to sign up with John Roach Ag Marketing. I really liked that because they'd send you a text, and like how handy in the morning to just have a text. And honestly, that was a really great setup because you only paid like $500 a year, and they would just like kind of give a prompt reminder. But if I'm being entirely honest, there's a lot of things that I'm doing, and keeping track of everything is so freaking hard. So having a grain broker had been so much better in the sense of like, it was one less thing that I was trying to keep on top of. But I don't know. Normally, yes, not this year. We didn't have like, our crops were shitty. How much hay, bleh. How much is hay there? Round bales are $50 a bale in New York. To be honest, we grow our own feed, so we haven't had to buy any. I don't know what the going rate is right now, but I don't have the answer for that question. Are you really a farmer? You know, I like to fake it most days. I fake it. Yeah, I'm really a farmer. It's true, I even own my own ground. Yep, definitely a farmer. How old are you? I am 30 and crying. 30 years old. This is really important. I am glad that this was a question because like, this is super important. I've been chatting with a person claiming to be you. I emailed you the info. I'll wait, I'm assuming, for a response. It's not me. If you're chatting and you think it's me, it's not me. The only way you would be chatting with me is literally at maybe my email, Karen@femalefarmerrancher.com, or on TrueFans or OnlyFans, or unless you're on my Instagram and you've somehow managed to get through my DMs, which is like impossible, but no. Nope. And honestly, scammers are really more harmful to me than they are you, because people will literally think they've been talking to me and they will show up to private property. So that they were not welcomed on, thinking that they've been talking to me. So really be careful of the scammers. It's not me, I promise. I promise. And please don't come to my house or my farm. Do not do that. That's not a good idea. So no, definitely not me. Do not get scammed. Be smart. If it sounds too good to be true, it's too good to be true. Remember that. What do you owe your ambitiousness to? I'm watching with pleasure. I think I am ambitious because I hate the word no. Whether this is healthy or not, I don't know. I think it has something to do with being an only child. And if anybody says no to me, it literally pisses me off. Like, I am mad. I don't tolerate the word no. I hate the word no. So like my whole life, if I go back and I think of all the situations where I've been told no, it literally is my biggest driving factor. Like, I wanted to come home and farm, and my dad was telling me no. It made me so mad. I was bound determined to prove that I needed to come home and farm. I made a presentation, PowerPoint, the whole 9 yards. Where am I now? I'm home farming. I wanted to buy cows, and I initially had been told no. I now own cows. I've increased my cow herd. I wanted to buy a piece of farm ground, and somebody told me no. And I remember literally crying in the banker's office. I was like bawling because like I felt like my dreams were shattered. And he's like, no, I just don't think this is going to work this year. And I was like, I'm going to have real estate by the time I'm 30. And I wholeheartedly wish that guy had social media, that lender, because I just want to like show it in his face. Like, look, I actually bought real estate when I was 28. Thanks to you telling me no. Yeah, so really it's just like the whole telling me no thing. Even I have a horse now, and like my whole life I'd wanted a horse and I'd been told no. And like, I currently sold Cat, which that's a whole other story, but like I bought a horse because I had been told no my whole life, and like I'm not going to be a victim of the word no. And so I think it's really just the whole concept of someone telling me no, and like it's like a drive. It's a driving point for me. I have a lot of goals, and I think they're all possible. I think I'm going to achieve my goals. I know I'm going to achieve my goals because the only person in charge of this is me. So how bad do you want it? how hard do you want to work for it? I just, that's how I'm wired, I guess. My favorite go-to drink. I really like Diet Coke. I'm trying to get off that habit, but Diet Coke for sure is like probably my favorite. It's planting time. Planting time is usually at the end of April, beginning of May for us. Just kind of depends on the weather sometimes. Like last year was so dry and we didn't get our stuff in until later. And I don't really think it mattered. Really, honestly, it was just dry and it sucked. But typically end of April, beginning of May is the start time. You coming out with your calendar? The photos are picked out for the calendar. I literally just need to figure out where I'm gonna like order the calendars from. I will get those done soon. Soon. It blows my mind that this is even a thing. I'm on my 3rd year of making a calendar. It's flattering. You guys buy my calendars. Oh.